Hi all, good morning. Welcome to SAP Learning Hub. So please subscribe and share my channel. So in my channel, I am going to teach you about SAP in S4HANA. So S4HANA in S4HANA will call it as sourcing and procurement also in S4HANA side. In EC side, we'll call as a material management. And as for HANA side, we'll call it as a sourcing and procurement. So let's continue. Today, our topic is procure to pay payment P2P cycle in S4HANA, material management, sourcing and procurement. I will explain to what is the P2P cycle. This is most major important topic in S4HANA, sourcing and procurement, material management. So I will explain to one by one, step by step, how the process will be procure to payment. In procure to payment, the first step is purchase requisition. In purchase requisition, the main sourcing and procurement or material management will start with the purchase requisition. Purchase requisition, it is nothing but the purchasing team, whether the material is available or not, after checking from plants or storage locations, they will raise a requisition. So the basically requisition are two types. One is manual PR, manual purchase requisition. Another one is auto purchase requisition. The auto purchase requisition is based on MRP, and the MRP based PR, it is a bit another topic we will explain to in coming classes. I will give a one more video on MRP well in coming classes. So manual PR and auto PR once purchase requisition creation, and also purchase requisition having approval requisition, whether it is a auto PR or it is a manual PR. There is a release strategy will be there for purchase requisition. So the purchase requisition release strategy, I will explain in one separate video that will be having along with the purchase order release strategy also. So purchase requisition, uh, it will be once the purchase requisition done, and next will be vendor selection process. So here manual or auto, it is depend upon business requirement. Next, vendor selection process. Vendor can be selected based on quality, cost, and delivery terms and conditions. This vendor, once a PR is created, in vendor selection process will first request for quotation to the vendor. So we will send this request for quotation is uh, external document. So it will send to the vendors. And coming to purchase requisition, it is the internal document. It is not going to send to externally. So vendor selection process come with the request for quotation. This one, it will go to the external parties. And once the request sent, the quotation maintenance will be done. The quotation how will be maintained, that once the request sent to the uh, vendor will send the uh, their quotation to again to us. So once we receive that quotation, we will maintain that quotation. That maintenance quotation will be done at SAP, and will compare the price comparison also will be there. So from their price comparison, we can know which vendor is the suitable for our material based on quality, cost, and delivery terms and conditions. And so quotation comparison also statement will be there, that is called as price comparison, what I said, that one. And also request for quotation also, there will be a release process also. Purchase requisition will have release process, and request for quotation also will have a release process. Normally, release strategy for request for quotation are very rare cases as per business requirement. So, so once the vendor got selection process done, then the next step will be procurement documents. So we'll create once the vendor's purchase requisition completed, vendor selection also done, then we'll do the procurement documents. This one I'm explaining into the procure to payment, means P2P cycle only. So procurement documents. So procurement documents. The procurement documents, like some different kind of various procurement documents upon selection of vendor will be done. Those all are, one is outline agreements, another one is scheduling agreements. Let's go to the what is the outline agreements and schedule agreements. I will explain to. So mainly outline agreements are two types. One is contracts agreements, another is scheduling agreements. So contract agreements are again two types. And contracts agreements are two types. One is quantity based contracts and value based contracts. That quantity based contracts having will be based on contract based on quantity, and value based contracts are based on value. When the requirement comes, only contract will convert into purchase order. This contract will be convert into multiple purchase order. Okay. The contracts will not have a scheduling delivery schedule. So whenever you require material, the contracts will be converted into PR, and PR will be converted into purchase orders. So the contracts will have a certain validity period. The starting date and ending date will be there. Okay. The when you are creating PO, the PO will search for contracts, whether the material having any contract or not. So like that. Quantity based contracts are the uh, the contract will be based on quantity, like so they will give certain 3,000 or 4,000 quantity should be in a one contract. So like this quantity will be sent it to us in a certain period, like 1 year period, should be sent to whenever we request a purchase order. So we have to the vendor should be sent to our permission. So same like that, value-based contracts also. Value-based, it is total value like 200,000, rupees, or like 2 lakhs or 10 lakhs rupees contracts. Value will be there. So 200, 10 lakhs, if is a value based contracts, the contract is like 10 lakhs rupees. Then the vendor should send the material within the 10 lakhs rupees. So whatever the material, it will not like quantity, it will not like they can, how much quantity will come for 10 lakhs, the vendor should be send the within the 10 lakhs. So whenever business required a material, they will create a PR, and then PO will send to the vendor, so that the value will be splitted accordingly. So if you want to, when a business want to for a 2 lakhs for that one time, first time, so that 2 lakhs material will send by vendor. So balance will be 8 lakhs, like that. In a year, you can you can create a PR and PO based on your requirement. So that is outline agreements. And then coming to schedule agreement, schedule agreements are two types: normal scheduling agreement and schedule agreement with the release. So it will have a valid date, start and end. After creation of a schedule agreement, will give immediately delivery schedule. Schedule agreement are not required purchase order. Okay. Scheduling and contracts will have release procedure. Okay. This will have a release process also, scheduling agreements. So this one, so while creating schedule agreements, the delivery schedule will be created at the same time. The schedule agreement is not required a purchase order. The schedule agreement itself called as a having a purchase order. So that is scheduling agreement will be there. So when we'll give schedule agreement for a schedule agreement, once if we created for a 1 year, for the 1 year, we'll give a scheduling document like monthly, how much quantity or monthly or certain dates will be given to the vendor. So that vendor will send the required quantity as per the said scheduling agreement. So normal agreement will be there, and the release with the release schedule agreement also will be there. Okay. So normal agreement release schedule will be, so it will have once the period approved for every scheduling time, then the vendor will the scheduling agreement will be created. So that is and next step is purchase orders. So once the Uh, next will be step is purchase order creations. The purchase orders are there are different type of purchase orders will be there as as per procurement P2P cycle. There are one-time procurement document will be there, subcontracting scenario, consignment process, service procurement process, returnable transport process, third-party scenario, STO process. So these are once the PR created, agreement is created, then next will be purchase order creation will be done. So this regarding all these purchase orders document, they have one video, one each scenario will takes one video. So I will explain to you in a coming classes. So then coming to the next step is monitoring procurement documents. Like monitoring procurement documents is a dunning process. The dunning process is automatic sending mails to vendor to remain for material delivery. So once the documents are created, a procurement document like purchasing orders are creation, and it will purchase order is a nothing but it is a external document. It will send to the vendor. So once the document went to the reach the vendor, so we have to remind them delivery regarding delivery timing and all. So this process will call dunning process. So that will call a monitoring procurement documents. The step will be, so it will take a purchase order delivery date. Okay. The monitoring procurement documents, there will be in purchase order delivery date will be there. So accordingly delivery time, it will give reminder to 1 week before, 2 week before, 3 week before, like that. It will give a reminder to vendor. So accordingly that reminders vendor will came to know he has to deliver the material as per the delivery schedule. So that is the one process. So next step is a goods receipt process. Once the once the purchase order sent to the vendor, vendor will send the deliver material to the our premises. Then our business team will do the goods receipt, that is GR processing. That is, so this is a big topic also. I will explain on once the goods received, quantity updated in inventory management and finance posting will be there. So once the GR received, so inventory management document updated and finance document will be updated there. So once the GR process done, then we'll do the invoice verification based on PO price and based on PO price, the invoice verification and will be done, and the delivery challan for vendor will be created, will be sent to the vendor. So after once the invoice GR process done, invoice verification will be done by FICO team, or you can do team also this one. So once the invoice verification done, then next step will be payment run. And this is the last step in a P2P cycle. So payment run program will be executed. So then the amount will be debited from company bank account and credited to the vendor account. So this is about all P2P procure to payment P2P cycle. So the steps like this, I can say: purchase requisition. First of all, I can say purchase requisition one is manual PRR auto PR through MRP. Then vendor selection process, RFQ request for quotation. Then agreements, outline agreements and scheduling agreements. Then it will be purchase order, then monitoring procurement documents, then goods receipt process, then invoice verification, then payment run. This is the process of procure to payment, the P2P cycle. So this is all about hmm, this is all about uh, procure to payment, the P2P cycle in SAP S4HANA material management and sourcing and procurement. So, from the next classes, I will give you another lecture on SAP cycle. So, thank you everyone. Please watch video and share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.